Hello and merry meet. Hi, I'm Merrie the Magickal Maeven. I'm here at the Pure As Wellness Center in Traverse City on 8th Street. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a plant called Vetch. You probably have seen it. You probably just think of it as a weed, but there's more to it. The reason I want to talk to you about this particular plant is because, plants, herbs, trees, they all have amazing qualities to them. They can help us on the physical level as well as the metaphysical. So help us spiritually, emotionally, and magically. So I am going to cover all those aspects. And if you feel like, hey, that was a lot, I have a quick reference guide for you. All I have to do is let me know that you want that. I'll email it to you. Just send me an email, or just use the link below to send me an email, or just direct message me with your email and I'll send it off to you. So here we go. I have notes. So Vetch, I just know it as Vetch from my childhood, but there's other names for it like cow vetch. I feel like most people are going to know it by that name. There's also bird vetch and blue vetch and tufted vetch and boreal vetch. So it's a really pretty, technically it's a weed, if you will. It'll pop up in your yard or in your garden. It is very, can be constricting to other plants. So just if it does pop up in your garden, maybe find another home for it, because some people consider it to be obnoxious, and some of us think it's really pretty because it's purple. All right, so here's a little bit of the science behind vetch. If for sandy soil, it can grow as much as 4 feet tall. I've never seen that here, but I'm assuming in other climates. And the flowers, you've got the purple flowers, and there's pea-like pods, and that's one of the other names for it. And so there's little seeds inside. When the seeds they're going to be black, and it just comes back every year all by itself. So it's not like you have to do anything special. It's just going to show up in your yard. So it is technically from Eurasia, like Great Britain. It was brought here for cattle. So there you go. That's why it's called cow vetch. So that way it was something for them to munch on. But it is very pretty. The seeds, the insects really like the plant, like bees, also butterflies. So there's a whole bunch of different butterflies that like this plant. So technically it's part of the legume family. And the taproot can be over a foot long. So if you find it and you don't like it or found it, the root, just so you're aware that taproot can be quite long. So in addition for it to be eaten by cows, a lot of times it's planted on purpose, improve the soil, and then the seeds are even fed to parakeets. So as far as eating it ourselves, some people do say it's edible, while others say don't do it. So do your own research and make your own decisions, but I'm not going to have any recipes for this particular plant. It's more for the spiritual and magical purposes. So there's a couple different kinds of vetch. So this particular vetch, because there's crown where the flowers, they're open like that, and they look a lot like clover. So the particular vetch that I'm talking about today has these little, they almost look like bells, purple bells, and they're super pretty. So there's hairy vetch, which is, it is toxic. So you want to make sure to stay away from that. Don't get them mixed up. So another reason that it was used with cows is because it helps cows produce milk. So here are the keywords, the magical keywords for this particular plant. Letting go, so releasing, fidelity, trusting in a higher power, opening the crown chakra. No surprise there because it's a purple flower. healing destructive patterns, healing sexual issues, healing self-image problems, and balancing the yin-yang energies. So how can you use that? So if you make an oil, like an infused oil, it's not going to be an essential oil. If you make an infused oil, that can be used on candles. In particular, people use it for binding purposes. You can make a cord from the stalk, and that cord can be used to make a candle wick. If you make your own candles, and then you can use it, you know, as far as if you were going to, again, tie anything, and then you can bind magically or just bind things together, right? It's also used to capture someone's attention, and this would be messing with someone's free will, so I'm not going to go into that. You'll have to make that decision for yourself. And it's also used to, as far as like protecting from negative energies, negative spirits, if you will. So it's a good way to keep them away. So just make sure, as far as you're protecting yourself or protecting your home, or protecting your space, that way your intention is to get rid of it and keep it out. It's bound, but outside. And then there is a love spell from olden times, if you will. So if someone, if there's a love that got away, you can use this to remind them of you. So that way you're always on their mind. But again, you're messing with free will, so I'm not going to suggest that one. All right. So for the positive, let's go back to letting go, releasing, fidelity, trusting in a higher power, opening your crown chakra, healing your destructive patterns, healing sexual issues, self-image issues, and balancing the yin-yang energies. So they're all the positive aspects. So it's a plant that probably just showed up in your yard, and you can start using it. So that was kind of odd. So if you want that quick reference guide, not a problem, just let me know. Shoot me an email or comment below, and I'll get that out to you. Please share this video with anybody that you think would find it useful. And I would love to hear how you use Vetch. What are your experiences with it, and what have you come up with? Please share that below, because other people can learn from it, and the knowledge can grow and expand. So until the next video, I'm Merrie the Magickal Maeven, Merrie Part, and Lucky.